As the vaccination debate continues to unfold across the country, tonight we're learning if you choose not to have your children vaccinated, you may have a difficult time finding them a doctor in West Michigan.
24-hour News 8's Tom Hillen sat down with one pediatrician who explained why he won't be taking on patients who won't get vaccinated.
Well, good evening, Brian and Marley. He tells me that one of the reasons why is because he's so passionate about why children should be vaccinated that if parents come in refusing to do that, it creates a contentious relationship from the get-go.
When I was first in practice, there were very few people who would not vaccinate. I think we're close enough to the generation of folks who remember the diseases and welcomed the opportunity to have their kids be spared from those things.
Dr. Ronald Hoffman from Elder Pediatrics in Grand Rapids says the further away we have gotten from the generation of people who remember things like polio, more people have been enchanted by the idea of not vaccinating their kids.
From my perspective, the most important thing a pediatrician does is vaccinate.
Years ago, Dr. Hoffman instituted a policy, echoed by the other doctors at the practice, that if your child isn't vaccinated and you won't get the vaccinations recommended by the CDC and American Center for Pediatrics, he won't take you on as a patient.
And you're asking me to care for your child, and you're taking the most important tool that I have. That's like cutting off Tom Brady's right arm, and he's supposed to win a Super Bowl. So I tell folks who have that, I say, you are taking my most important tool. I can give you all sorts of advice about behavioral management, about how to feed your child and how to do good nutrition, what developmental things to look for. But the most important thing is staying on the planet and saving your child from diseases that maim and kill people.
You know, Dr. Hoffman says he sees more and more practices in our area shifting to similar policies than the one they have right here, Brian.
Yeah, Tom, I was going to say it almost seems like physicians, pediatricians are trying to take back the narrative when it comes to getting vaccinations here.
Well, they absolutely are. And this doctor pointed to some of those diseases like polio and different forms of meningitis that we no longer see here. And he says that's not because they no longer exist. It's because those vaccinations are working and they're really trying to control, like you said, the narrative with this debate moving forward, Brian.
Absolutely. Tom Hillen reporting live. Thanks, Tom.